few. That's great. So LifePak is really our introduction to our LifePak family of products. It's really used as an introduction where we're really helping fill those nutritional gaps that are common in the diet. So we have basically, we'll go into more detail about how we formulated, but again, it's more entry levels. Then we have our LifePak, and this is where we're providing those optimal amounts of nutrients, higher amounts of carotenoids, more phytonutrients, higher levels of those essential vitamins and minerals. And then we have our LifePak Nano. This is our most advanced formula in our LifePak family, where we're providing, again, higher amounts, more bioavailable. We also have fish oil that's included in the LifePak Nano formulation. So we'll briefly talk about each of these products just so you kind of understand the difference and which type of customer would be best for these different products. So LifePak Elements, like I said, we launched this last year. And again, this is really there to help get people into the business, to help them provide that foundational nutrition, health, and wellness. And so unfortunately, many of our diets are falling short. And in the next slide, we'll talk about some of the data that helped us formulate that here in the US and then all the markets that we're in around the world. But unfortunately, LifePak Elements does provide those 25 essential vitamins and minerals, right? Along with a few phytonutrients, including carotenoids. It can support things like our immunity, our energy, our heart, our brain, and just overall wellness. So we do have, again, those essential vitamins and minerals, but we also have what we call PhytoVantage Blend, which is basically a few phytonutrients in this. It has the carotenoids, including shiitake mushroom and elderberry. And again, this is guaranteed to raise your scanner score. So when I showed that first slide that had the 3 different tiers, so LifePak Elements has around 5 milligrams of carotenoids. You then have LifePak that'll have around 12 milligrams. And then you'll have LifePak Nano here in the US that'll be closer to 15 milligrams. So again, you're getting more carotenoids along with the other nutrients and phytonutrients as you go up in the tiers of the LifePak family. So like I mentioned, some new data came out in the past few years that was really informative. It was very timely when we saw this study and we were working on our LifePak family of products. Because basically what this study showed is that different countries are deficient in different nutrients. And so we use this information to really inform us on how we formulated LifePak Elements. So there's some nutrients that are across the world, right? They're deficient in all diets. But there's some nutrients that are quite unique here in the West, in the United States and Canada compared to other markets. So our LifePak Elements here, we're basically providing for most nutrients, we have 100% of daily value, other than some of those nutrients that can be kind of bulky and add a lot of space in the tablets, because we also wanted these to be small and have a low dosage for LifePak Elements. But things like vitamin C and vitamin E, we bumped up above the daily value because those are nutrients that unfortunately we're just not getting enough of here in the US. So that was a huge focus for us with LifePak Elements on how do you keep the dosage small? How are you providing just those key nutrients that we know that people really need in the different countries around the world? And so, what is being provided in LifePak Elements? So let's go back. So it has, again, 25 nutrients. So we have vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients. We have the B vitamins providing, that energy benefit. We have different B vitamins that can help with hair, skin, and nail health, along with zinc and selenium. We have vitamin C that I mentioned, helping with collagen and immune support. And I think we all want to support our immune health right now, especially in the winter. Then we have vitamin D that's really important for bone and muscle function. And then we have vitamin E that's great for cellular antioxidant protection. And then we have that blend of antioxidants. And again, like I said, we have the different tiers. So in LifePak Elements, it is a great blend of antioxidants, but it is a more simple blend compared to our other products, where it's really just the shiitake, the elderberry, and then the carotenoid mix. And so, what is in it and, how to use it. So we do recommend 3 tablets. And if you've seen it, they're the really small mini tablets. Sorry, this thing is very touchy. And it's 3 tablets for adults once a day. And like all of our LifePak products, we do recommend that you take it with a meal or some fat, right? Because it does have some of those fat-soluble nutrients like the carotenoids, vitamin D, vitamin E that you do absorb better if you consume it with some fat, at least like 5 grams, so not a lot. So take it once a day with food and water. And then teenagers, like 12 to 18-year-olds, we're recommending 1 tablet every day. And so this is a great product, right? For somebody that may be new to the business, somebody that might have a really healthy diet, right? Because some people you talk to and they feel like, they are eating a really healthy diet of many fruits and vegetables every day. So maybe this is a really great product for them, as well as younger individuals like teenagers. So that's our LifePak Elements product. And then the next product in this lineup is our LifePak product. So how many of you guys have used LifePak? Yeah, quite a few. And this is a product that is in capsules at this point, and it's 2 sachets every day. And so what's really great about this formula is that you're getting, the 2 sachets a day, but it's really providing all of these different benefits for your body. So it's like getting 7 formulas in one. You're getting nutrients that are providing, you're getting those vitamins and minerals that are essential, but you're also getting those ingredients that help with heart health and cardiovascular health. You're getting ingredients that help with bone nutrition, ingredients that help with blood sugar, immune function, anti-aging, and of course, antioxidants. And so we're going to go through each of these different sections so you just have a little better idea of what these different nutrients that are involved with these different health benefits. So first we want to talk about heart health. And I think that's something that people of all ages are concerned with. And we have done a study with LifePak where we showed a significant reduction in LDL oxidation, which is a great indicator of cardiovascular health with LifePak compared to placebo. And there's quite a few different nutrients in LifePak that can really support heart health. You have calcium and magnesium that's been shown when you consume it at the recommended amounts, you have healthier blood pressure levels. There's also a lot of really great research on different flavonoids, antioxidants, or polyphenols, and their impact on inflammation in the body or your inflammatory response. And I think more and more research is coming out every month, every year, and that how we really need to keep the inflammation down in our body to help with overall health, and heart health is definitely one of those key areas. Then we have B vitamins, right? Those are really supporting those healthy levels of homocysteine, making sure that they stay low for cardiovascular health. And then there's different flavonoids like the quercetin, the citrus bioflavonoids have been shown to be really important for blood flow or circulation in our body. So another area is bone health. So actually as an undergrad, I started doing research, and I was in Dr. Connie Weaver's lab at Purdue University. And it was all about bone health, right? We did research on calcium mainly, but magnesium and vitamin D, all these different nutrients. And so I always like to give my plug for, I see a lot of women in this audience, get the nutrients of calcium and vitamin D that I'm going to show on this slide, right? It's important for adolescent girls and boys, but so important for women also as we age. And why it's so important is, unfortunately, we want that normal bone, right? We want that healthy bone structure so that as we age, you don't break bones, right? And unfortunately, many of us just aren't getting those nutrients year after year, and we do see moving more towards that thinning and fragile bone. And so I think if you ask anybody just in the audience, what's the most important nutrient for bone, I think everybody would probably say calcium, right? And it is really important, calcium, but it's also important to have ingredients like magnesium, right? To help with the bone mineralization. Vitamin D, it actually helps with the absorption of calcium in your intestine. And then vitamin K, it's really helping with like bone mineralization. So really all these nutrients are just so important for bone health, and LifePak is providing all of them, just not calcium. And something else here, because here we're talking about calcium and magnesium, which are 2 minerals that do have different forms that can be provided. So in our LifePak family of products, we definitely do try to use forms that are more bioavailable, especially in LifePak and LifePak Nano, because we do want to make sure that you're absorbing as much of the calcium and magnesium that you can. And so that's something we definitely keep in mind. So the next area is immune health. And so again, I think we're all very keen on keeping our immune health, right, as high as it can be. I mean, how many of you guys flew here? Yeah, quite a few, right? And your sleep might not be as good, maybe your diet. So immune function is so important. And we know that just a healthy lifestyle, right? Getting enough sleep, keeping your stress levels, but also there's a lot of key nutrients in our diets and that we get from supplements that can really help our immune function and our immune cells function at their highest level. So you have different vitamins, vitamin C, that's probably the nutrient that everybody's like, yeah, that's what you need for immune health. But there's also vitamin A and vitamin E, vitamin B6, a lot of different minerals like zinc are also really important for that communication of cells in the immune function as well. And then carotenoids. So this is a nutrient that we'll talk a little more about, but it's providing the antioxidant production and cell protection as well. Blood sugar metabolism. This is something that most people think, that's really just impacted by the carbohydrates that you're eating, the breads, the pastas, the sugary drinks, but there's a lot of nutrients that also help with glucose tolerance and insulin sensitivity. And one of the big ones is chromium, making sure that you're getting enough chromium in your diet. This is an essential mineral that really helps with insulin function. And then there's other vitamins, alpha lipoic acid. This is a nutrient that our bodies naturally make. It's like an intrinsic antioxidant, an antioxidant that your body just makes on its own. Unfortunately, as we age, the levels go down. So LifePak is providing levels of alpha lipoic acid along with some of those essential minerals that can also help with blood sugar. And then it really has this robust ingredient base of antioxidants that can help with anti-aging, just overall bringing down oxidative levels in the body and helping with inflammatory balance. So we have natural vitamin E in LifePak, in our LifePak products, because natural vitamin E is better used in your body compared to synthetic vitamin E. So that's really important. Buffered vitamin C, so you don't get GI upset. We have those bioavailable forms of the minerals to help with these cofactors of the different antioxidant enzymes in our body. And then we have this blend of different flavonoids, right? We have green tea, we have quercetin, citrus bioflavonoids, grapeseed, this blend of these polyphenols that can help with your overall oxidative status. Alpha lipoic acid, I already talked about that. And then carotenoids, right? Carotenoids in LifePak includes lycopene, lutein, and beta carotene. Really, this mix of these carotenoids that would be found if you were getting about, I'd say, around 5 fruits and vegetables every day. And so with LifePak, we have done a clinical study where we showed that your score on the scanner will significantly increase at 4 weeks, 8 weeks, and then even greater at 12 weeks. So really great response on the scanner. So next, we'll talk about LifePak Nano. But before I go on, I just want to point out we had LifePak Elements, and now we had LifePak, which is kind of our middle tier, right? And that's providing more of those optimal amounts of those nutrients for individuals that aren't probably getting as healthy a diet, but they're interested in getting those optimal amounts for those different health benefits. And then we have LifePak Nano. And LifePak Nano is our most comprehensive LifePak family product that's really providing those optimum amounts of all of those essential nutrients. So with LifePak Nano, you're getting higher amounts of those essential vitamins and minerals, higher amounts of those phytonutrients, including carotenoids, but you're also getting fish oil. And I think that's the main key differentiator on top of the different levels. You're also getting the fish oil and krill oil along with different ingredients that have higher bioavailability. And so with this, we like to say it's even more formulas. It's more like 11 formulas, right? With the nutrients, you're also getting benefits for brain, especially with that krill and omega-3s from the fish. You're getting benefits for eye health. You're getting skin benefits as well. And so with this LifePak Nano, we have done a clinical trial where we looked at scanner response, and we saw that over an 18-week period of time, you'll see a significant increase in rise in LifePak Nano. And I think this is a really nice study that it went for 18 weeks because you can see you start seeing a significant increase even at 2 weeks, but you see it just keeps going up over time as you consistently take the 2 sachets of LifePak Nano every day. And if you're on placebo, this is basically it's staying the same or slightly going down over time. Okay, I see lots of people taking pictures. So it's a really great study. So that's LifePak Nano, right? Where LifePak Nano, you're really getting that combination of both vitamins and minerals that are essential, but then you're also getting um, those phytonutrients as well, along with the fish oil. But I also wanted to touch on our fish oil products because fish oil products can be very complementary. If you're taking LifePak Nano, great, you are getting fish oil, about 1 gram of those omega 3s. And that's the recommended amount, right? That's helpful for brain health and heart health. But it's also okay to get more if you're taking LifePak Nano. But also, our LifePak products are very complementary to Optimum Omega or Marine Omega, like our LifePak Elements or LifePak to help you get those omega 3s. And I just want to touch on, why is that so important? So, why do omega 3s matter? So, the food sources of omega 3s, I think the most common one, there are some plant sources, but most commonly they're found in the fish we eat, and specific fish like salmon, tuna, they're at higher amounts that are actually providing beneficial amounts. But unfortunately, we don't get a lot of those every day. Like, how many of you guys are eating tuna and salmon every day? Every week? I know, right? Like maybe every week, once or twice, right? Consistently, but it's really hard to get it every day. But what we're really good here in the US and actually around the world is getting some of these other oils that are higher in food sources, higher in omega 6s, right? And we know what happens over time is that if you get more omega 6 fatty acids that cause this dysregulation and inflammation in your body, and you're not getting as many of the omega 3s. And this really does impact your overall health over time. And, just we wanted to point out that there's a lot of really great science, and more is coming out every year on the benefits of omega 3 fatty acids. And so that's just what this is showing that, there's over 30,000 published studies on EPA and DHA. There are more than 2,000 studies on omega 3s and heart health. There's a growing number of studies on brain and eye health. This is an area that is growing in literature. And so omega 3s are really important because you want to really make sure that your ratio of omega 3s and omega 6s is regulated so you don't have too many omega 6s that can cause more of that inflammatory disbalance. So I always like to point out with fish in that our fish oil that we use, we really do focus on high quality fish oil. And so we start with high quality sources and make sure that ours is meeting our label claims, of course, like that is important, right? We want to make sure that our fish oils and marine omega, our Optimum Omega, and our LifePak Nano, it has the amount of EPA and DHA we say it does. But honestly, with fish oil, I think it's just as important to make sure that as a company, we can back up that it also doesn't contain those things that we don't want and that you're concerned with when you're consuming fish. And so we do a lot of safety and quality testing, making sure it doesn't contain heavy metals, that it doesn't have microbes, that it doesn't have other quality parameters like plasticizers. And so this is actually a huge part of what you can actually just see the lab. If some of you guys, that's part of the testing that they do, just on the upper floors or in outside labs. So fish oil that we use is very high quality. If you smell the fish oil by itself, it actually doesn't have a real fishy smell. It's a very interesting when you smell cheaper sources. It's very, yeah, it's not nice. And so our fish oil is just really great. And so these fish oil products really are very complementary and great to pair with our LifePak family of products. And so that is all I had. I hope I didn't put you to sleep after all the excitement you just had. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Shelly.
Don't make me take the phone away.
I always learn something.